I can
Yeah.
hear you again, and I can see you with that wonderful pie.
Huh?
I can see you with that wonderful pie.
Yeah. So, yeah, as you know, we've been talking about my pizza making efforts. Looking pretty
Good,
good,
man.
huh?
Looking pretty good. Are you using all the same ingredients that you started with, or
Yeah. Although I tried today.
to make your own crust?
This is my first attempt on. What are you laughing at?
So you try to make your own crust? That's a tough
Not
part.
yet. Not yet. I'm gonna try that this week though.
Yeah, that's the tough part.
Today I cooked on a pizza stone for the first time.
Fuck, really?
Yeah, it's definitely crispy. Yeah, that's what I want.
How do you like that? Okay. Yeah, when we were cooking, we had it's a stone oven, so it's all flat. If you want it crispier, you move it to the hotter part of the stone because once you put a pizza on, um, the air or whatever around it kind of it cools it down, so it's not as hot as if it's just nothing. If there's nothing on it, so that's how we make it crispy. You just move it. You move it to the next spot.
Okay. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm really starting to. I think I'm gonna try it. I really do.
Yeah.
I got some good instructions on how to make Chicago style thin crust.
Okay.
So that's what's next on
From
my list. I'm gonna try
from a
that. It doesn't
reputable
really.
from a
It's not
reputable
just.
source.
What's that?
From a reputable source. I mean, was it from a restaurant or one of your
Yeah, it's
favorite
from a
restaurants?
restaurant, but it's an article. It's an article on someone's recipe.
Okay. Good.
So yeah, but that's why I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try a bunch of different recipes and
Yeah, of
different sauces. See what I like better. I
course.
think there's a need. I think there's a market for it. I really do.
Okay.
And there's no people don't have good pizza down here, and there's no good Chicago style. Nobody even knows what that is. You get outside
Right.
the city, everybody thinks Chicago style is deep dish, and so
I know
and
that.
it's not. We
Not,
hardly ever eat that back home.
yeah, that's true.
I
I
like
don't know
it, but
where it
that's not
that
Chicago pizza.
misnomer.
What's that?
I don't know where that misnomer came from. That
I mean, it's
deep
like
dish
for
is all we eat.
tourists. It's tourists
Sure.
and special events,
Okay.
but it's not the regular pizza that we eat, you know. But yeah, there's a bunch of places back in Chicago that I would like to try that I've never had. Like I guess Candlelight up in Rogers Park is supposed to have good pizza. I've never been there. Have you ever been there?
Oh, we live there, but we haven't been there.
I mean, I guess it's more like Edgewater or around there. But yeah, I've driven by it a zillion times. Yeah, I'll check that out.
We had paisans. That was decent.
Did we ever? I don't think I ever had that.
Oh, you never did? Oh, okay.
Did
I had
you?
it. Yeah, it was. I thought it was pretty good. I thought, well, I don't know, a lot of hype. There's a lot of hype, you know, and people are hungry, so they just
Everybody
fucking
has their own
groceries.
opinions, but
Yeah,
um, anywho, so what's up with you?
not much, man. Not much. Got some chilly weather now up here. A little
Yeah.
snow, some snow showers. Actually, today some snow showers.
Well, you guys got like crazy warm up there, didn't it? Like the last week?
Yeah, the last like week it was in the 70s.
Crazy. It was like 30 before that, 70, 30.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Now it's again, yeah, in the 30s and fucking snowing. So I don't
Rocking the
know.
Iowa hat, I see, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's two in a row. We got fucking
Yeah, they rolled
blowout.
again. They rolled over Minnesota, I guess, right on Friday.
Yep. It was 37 to 7.
Did you see what Wisconsin did to Michigan last night?
I actually did see a little bit of that. Yeah. I didn't see the outcome. I didn't see the end. I didn't see the final, but what they were up like at least 20 something to
Yeah, yeah.
nothing.
Definitely embarrassed Michigan at home. I was in Michigan too.
It
So
was.
yeah, it's not the Michigan of old. My dad was happy though. Um,
I bet. I bet.
so yeah, I had a funny story I wanted to tell you. Like,
Oh,
I've been
I just know you do have a funny story.
I've been playing
every time I
basketball
talk to you.
with the neighbors lately last couple of weeks, and it's funny
Okay.
because I'm the only white guy of
You
like
mean hoops?
five brothers.
You mean you've been hooping?
A little bit, yeah. And it's funny because like I'm not good at all, but like for
You're
some
not?
reason I set the bar. I set the expectations. The bar is so low, they expect it to be so bad. So I hurdle the lowered bar. That's my philosophy.
All right. Well, all right. Hey, that's a way to do it, actually.
I've like made a couple buckets, and like the first game I won, I was 2-on-2, and it
Uh-huh.
was me and the other guy. He's 41, and the other two were like in their 20s, and we beat them. Yeah, right.
Nice,
Ball it
nice.
up. So
That's funny.
the two old guys beat them.
Old white guy.
And then we played 3-on-3 with two other fellas last night.
Uh-huh.
And we didn't get to finish the game, but we were winning, and I had like 4 buckets. So I was
Really?
feeling pretty good about
Two
that.
pointers?
Scoring by one, and mostly behind the line would be 2.
For sure.
It's funny because this other old guy is like he thinks we're real buddies and shit now, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
Which we're friendly or whatever, but like I'm not.
Teammates.
I don't know him that well.
No, I know.
And I don't know him that well at all. And then I saw him yesterday afternoon, and we're just making small talk. And we're talking about music. I asked him what kind of music he likes, you know, and he's just like, I was expecting him to say hip hop or whatever, or rap.
He's like
that's what
Rolling
he was kind of
Stones.
listening to. What's that?
And he's like, "Oh, I love the Rolling Stones. I can't get enough of them."
No, well, he said something as similar than expected. He's like, "Oh man, I'm really into like Linkin Park and shit." I'm like, "What?"
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but here's the funny part.
I like Linkin Park.
Yeah, you would.
Okay.
But then he's like, "Oh yeah, man, I grew up with the guy Bennington. I grew up with him, and like, yeah, and like I went to his funeral and shit. Yeah, we're really good friends." And I'm like, "No shit, that's interesting." I was like, "Oh, where did that happen?" He's like, "Oh, that was in Maryland." I'm like, "Okay, I hadn't heard that." So because he starts talking about him, I look it up, and
this guy is
like, yeah, it's like we grew up together, and like we were in like a mental institution when we were teenagers, and he was doing all these drugs and shit. I'm like, no shit, man. I'm like, you know, I was like, yeah, I remember reading about his death.
Yeah.
And I know it was like, and I brought up like Chris Cornell because I guess he was really close with Chris Cornell. Okay. And that's what he really like sent him into a tailspin because when Chris Cornell committed suicide, then Chester Bennington, I can't remember if it's Bennington or Benningfield.
Benningtonfield. I don't know.
Yeah, he committed suicide like 6 months later after Chris Cornell died.
For sure. And he left like his family, his wife and kids.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, because I'm interested, because I'm a grunge fan, I was talking about that and like the connection. I mean, they were friends and stuff, and so I'm talking about it, and like I got no reaction from the guy. And so meanwhile, I'm like looking up Chester Benningfield and like his passing. Yeah, his funeral was in California. Never lived in Maryland. No connection to Maryland at all. So this guy is clearly telling me complete bullshit. None of it checks out.
I think he was in the mental institution. This guy was.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I was like, oh, because I was asking him, like, oh, where's Chester from? Is he from like, how do you know him? He's like, oh, you grew up in Maryland, shit. No connection to Maryland. Never lived in Maryland. He said he like was born in Illinois. Not born in Illinois. No connection whatsoever. So it's just like,
God, all right.
So at this point, I'm like checking all this stuff, and I'm just like letting him like Carrie's like, yeah, we were great kids, we were great friends, and yeah, him and his mom, and we close still, and like none of it, all fucking bullshit, all fucking compulsive lies.
Okay, all right. So a compulsive liar. This is good. You know, this is good.
Have you ever met anybody like this? I had met another guy back home in Chicago when I worked at that when I was doing the trivia. There was this guy at the bar. I don't think I ever. Yeah. Oh yeah, we went there once. We went to the Sluggers, a really shitty looking place, but it was actually kind of fun inside.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, right. I was at that bar. This one guy, he started talking to me like one day. He's like, "Yeah, I know Tiger Woods. Like, I was a caddy for him like once in Florida, and like he had like all these ridiculous stories." And it was like it became so over the top. He said he was like a private pilot. He had like a mansion in Colorado. He had a mansion in Illinois, and it's just like,
how do you do that?
Dude, you're gonna have to give me some proof because this is ridiculous. It's way over the top. He's like, I knew Tiger Woods. He was friends with so and so. Fucking, hung out with Ric Flair. And like, yeah, and I'm like, I was talking to other people about it. I'm like, this guy a fucking nut job or what? Because it's like,
yeah, that's the only truth to him. He is a fucking nut.
Yeah, so my point is, have you ever met anybody like this that just tells ridiculous off the wall stories that are complete bullshit?
You know, I probably have in a bar, I'm sure, but I don't know. It's like I don't have the time or inclination to like ask further. You know, I'm just like, yeah, bro, for sure. I bet you did.
But it's just crazy. I don't understand the upside of people that do this because it's like you're gonna know they're a liar. And like I was telling my neighbor about it, and I'm like, what's the upside of that? Because he's like, I just want to make themselves feel better. I'm like, how does it make yourself feel better if everybody knows you're a fucking jackass? Like fucking everything you say is a lie.
Lying fucking nutbag. Yeah.
Makes you look like a fucking dumbass, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it does. It does.
Hey man, I
People just
fucking,
need that.
I'm fucking, yeah, man, I flew to Japan last week and it was fucking awesome. And
Well, I
I
don't know.
flew
You know,
fucking,
some people, I don't know. Some people maybe do it just to see how fucking far they can take it, you know. And then you're like still biting. You're still biting. You're like, oh yeah, well shit, that's fucking amazing. You know, just hearing that, and then they just continue
I
with
mean,
it
I
because
guess
they
it
think
would have worked out maybe 20 years ago before the internet when people couldn't verify that you're telling the truth. But I'm like, I was
true.
like, I was telling him like, now I was looking it up the second after he said it, and I'm like, hey, he's like, hey, like my neighbor's like,
Did
yeah,
you say
technology's
anything?
a bitch, like that, you know?
Did you say technology? Yeah. Did you say anything like to him at the time?
No, because like we
I
were
wouldn't.
talking, like,
I wouldn't do it because it's probably you know,
no,
it's
no,
not,
no, no.
you
But
know.
it's funny because like I thought he was a nice guy, and I mean, I guess he kind of is,
I mean,
but like
you can still be nice and be a fucking compulsive liar, right?
he wanted to like hang out like yesterday afternoon while he was telling me this, and then as soon as like I fact checked it, I was just like, I gotta go.
Yeah, I don't have time this evening. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? I was gonna hang
No,
out
you
with
know
you,
what?
but
Hey, you know what? No, I'm sorry. I gotta take a private plane to my Jeff Epstein was my buddy. I gotta go to
yeah.
this island.
Well, that's a lie
As
you
you
wouldn't
should
want
say.
to tell, but
I don't. No, not now. But what lie would you want to tell?
Jesus, man, it's just people are weird.
Yeah, I know. The more you meet, the more you find that out.
But it's kind of funny because like I was doing like I had like a bunch of stuff I wanted to do yesterday, so I was like I got into a you know you get in a conversation with people, you get stuck there, and I was
Okay.
thinking about like you know he's a nice guy, and he's like, hey, man, you want to hang out and have a beer, and then he's like, tell me all these stories, and I did like a quick value analysis. I'm like, nope, not spending time with you.
Right. Yeah. And it doesn't turn out to be a beer. It turns out to be like a sex dungeon, and who knows?
Well, that's what my dad said when I told him about this other guy back in Chicago. He's just like, oh, is this guy trying to pick up on you? And it's like, I don't know, maybe.
I don't know, but not the kind of people I want to associate with.
No, so I'm actually happy that he told me this bullshit story because that saved me the time of
Yeah.
hanging out with him. So now, like, I'm reluctant to even like hang out with the guy because it's like, you know,
Right. Because he's not even true. Like
yeah,
everything he said everything out of his mouth is just some bullshit,
yeah. So I
fabricated
thought
bullshit.
at least I got one good thing out of it because I knew I had a story to tell you.
That's good. We appreciate that. Thank you, fucking Lion McGee.
Yeah. All right, so just a couple more minutes here. Back to back to the pizza man. I think I'm going to give it a shot.
Back to
It's
the
going to be
pizza, man.
what's that?
You're the pizza man now.
Pizza man.
Hey, it's a pizza
Yeah,
guy. All right.
yeah. No, I mean it's going to take a lot of work. A lot of work.
You've never shied away from work.
I don't like working hard, but I'd rather enjoy my job.
Work is your church.
Yeah. I don't know. It's going to take, it would take years to get off the ground, you know, but I mean, it's something I could do part time. You know, I could do it nights and weekends,
Yep.
you know.
Yes, I know.
So what do you think, man? You want to get in on this shit or what?
Want to get in on the ground floor?
Yeah, that's right. What else you fucking doing, man?
Yeah, you're right.
Nothing.
Not
You could come
much.
down because you could live down with me and we could podcast and shit. I think I'm going to ask Richard, my roommate.
That would be
I think
fun.
I might get him on board.
What, pizza man?
Yeah, and like fucking see if he wants to do this business. I could hire him as an employee or whatever, and
Right.
you know, he's not making very much money now. I could pay him more than what he makes. You know, he could just do it part time. This is ultimately something I can train. I can have employees do. I mean, how hard is it?
I mean, it's hard to trust people, though. Especially with your hard-earned money.
But if he's living with me already, I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, you would work it too, right?
yeah, of
You're
course.
not ready. You're not ready to just fucking.
No, but I can't work all those hours myself. You know, especially if I'm holding down a full time job.
For sure. I mean, that would just be. That wouldn't be forever. Until something, something turns.
No, not at all. But hey, I also wanted to ask you, dude,
Like
think
my
about
brother.
it. Think about it. I think it'd be awesome. It could be awesome.
Yeah. It's everything that you've wanted. You want to have your own place. You want to have freedom to do what you want, and
I want to go where everybody knows my name.
creative freedom. Yeah. Tim's.
Well, I wouldn't call it that. I got a name for it already.
I'm
But
joking.
I wanted to
Don't
ask you.
say
I want to talk to you about possibly graphic design. You don't do that, or do you?
I don't really do graphic design, but
But I
I can
thought you're
help
into
with
that shit.
I can help with the concept and stuff. Yeah, I totally am into that stuff. I don't have the knowledge base to
You don't draw
actually.
at all?
I can't draw shit. I'm terrible. Actually,
You're
that's why
useless.
computers
You're
are better
useless.
because, yeah, I mean, I'm an idea man. Sorry,
Business
but
offer revoked.
abstract.
Revoked. You
And
fired.
I can come up with the
Totally
logos.
useless.
I can come up with a logo and
That's what I'm
do
talking
it like
about. I need a logo, but
yeah. I mean, I can do I can help with a lot of that stuff. You just need someone that has the graphic design capabilities to put it on the computer and
it's not that hard. I mean,
I know, but the idea is in your head, right? So you
I
just
mean,
have
well,
to
that
take
sounds like
that
a
idea
job
and put
for that sounds like a job for a minority partner. So unless you're
it.
willing to be a minority partner, then
how much is it to start up? How much does the kit cost?
are you fucking buying in? Are you buying into this business?
That's what it sounds like. I'm just looking for investors right now. Um,
No, I need sweat equity. I mean, yeah, if you come,
I know
if you want
that.
to do this, yeah, I'd consider giving you a piece of it, but
Right,
you gotta
for
know
sure. I get it.
it's gonna take some work.
Yes, like everything. I
But
just rather work
but if
smarter.
you get this off the ground, I'd much rather do this than what I do for a living right now. I mean, this is enough. This is a piece of cake.
You did a lot of schooling to say that.
I do, but if I'm successful in business, I can make way more money.
No doubt. I mean, and the thing is you went to school for business, really. Anyway, it's all business. So you take what you've learned, and same with me. I took business, advertising.
Yeah,
So, but I've always wanted
you
to.
can't be successful by working for other people. You got to work your.
That's exactly right, and that's what I don't want to do anymore.
Not if you're really, not to be really successful anyway.
Yes, exactly. That's true.
I mean, you can. It's a way more difficult way of doing it, and it takes longer and way more upside with your own business. Way more upside.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because it's your destiny, and you'll work harder in that than you would anything else. Because it's yours.
All right, man. I'll probably let you go. I actually got to get some work done tonight. But think about it, man.
More pizzas or actual fucking drone work.
No, I gotta do my job work.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Oh, all right.
All right, I'll talk to you later. I'm gonna send you that name. All right.
All right, buddy, do that, and I'll work on some stuff too. If you just want to send me a couple ideas or whatever, like.
No, you got to think about making a transition, moving down here.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Are you gonna come visit anyway? You're coming to visit anyway, aren't you?
I'm gonna visit anyway. Yeah.
When?
We can talk about it then.
Worthless.
See you later.
All right. Bye-bye.